Every day, a single bridge over the Ohio River quietly decides how fast America moves. What should be a short drive between Ohio and Kentucky often turns into miles of stopped traffic, burning time, fuel, and money. At the center of it all is the Brent Spence Bridge, a 60-year-old structure carrying far more than it was ever built for.
A big step forward for the Brent Spence Bridge corridor.
Brent Spence Companion Bridge.
Brent Spence Bridge corridor project.
It's now one of the worst highway bottlenecks in the United States, and fixing it will cost $3.6 billion. But this isn't just a bridge problem, it's a national one. Please take a moment to subscribe and like the video. It really helps the channel. The Brent Spence Bridge sits at the convergence of Interstate 71 and Interstate 75, forming a critical link between the industrial Midwest and the rapidly growing economies of the Southeast. Freight moving between cities like Detroit, Columbus, Louisville, Atlanta, and beyond depends on this corridor, making it a backbone of the national supply chain. When the bridge opened in 1963, it was designed to carry approximately 80,000 vehicles per day, which reflected traffic conditions at the time. Since then, both population and freight demand have grown dramatically. Today, traffic volumes regularly exceed the bridge's intended capacity, with trucks making up a significant portion of daily crossings. Because so much regional and interstate commerce flows through this single structure, any disruption here quickly ripples far beyond the Ohio River, affecting travel times, delivery schedules, and economic productivity across multiple states. The Brent Spence Bridge was built during the height of America's interstate expansion and reflected the engineering priorities of the early 1960s. Its double-deck steel truss design separated northbound and southbound traffic onto different levels, maximizing capacity within a narrow footprint. For many years, the bridge functioned as intended, but as traffic increased, its limitations became more apparent. In 1985, transportation officials removed the bridge's emergency shoulders to create additional travel lanes, temporarily increasing capacity at the cost of safety. Without shoulders, disabled vehicles had nowhere to pull off, and even minor incidents could immediately block traffic. What had once been an efficient design increasingly struggled to accommodate modern traffic patterns. The bridge remained structurally sound, but it was no longer suited to the demands placed upon it. As congestion worsened, the operational shortcomings of the bridge became impossible to overlook. The lack of shoulders, combined with the complex merging and diverging of Interstate 71 and Interstate 75 traffic, led to frequent crashes and chronic delays. Heavy truck volumes amplified wear on the structure and slowed traffic even further. The bridge consistently ranked among the worst bottlenecks in the United States, with delays affecting both commuter traffic and long-distance freight. Prolonged congestion increased vehicle emissions, impacting nearby neighborhoods, while local streets absorbed overflow traffic during peak periods. What began as a transportation inconvenience evolved into a persistent economic and environmental problem that neither Ohio nor Kentucky could afford to ignore. After decades of study, planning, and political negotiation, a comprehensive solution finally advanced under the name of the Brent Spence Bridge Corridor Project. Rather than addressing only the existing bridge, the project focuses on rebuilding and modernizing roughly 8 miles of interstate infrastructure through Cincinnati, Covington, and across the Ohio River. The effort represents a joint undertaking between Ohio and Kentucky, reflecting the interstate nature of the problem. With a total estimated cost of approximately $3.6 billion, the project became one of the most significant infrastructure investments in the region's history. Momentum shifted decisively in 2023 when the corridor secured a $1.635 billion federal grant, allowing long-delayed plans to move forward. Central to the strategy was a key decision. Instead of replacing the existing bridge, engineers would construct a new companion bridge alongside it, preserving traffic flow while expanding capacity. The new bridge is designed as a modern cable-stayed structure, marking a clear departure from the steel truss architecture of the original crossing. Cable-stayed construction allows for longer spans and fewer piers in the river, reducing environmental disruption while improving navigational clearance. Independent bridge decks enhance operational flexibility and safety, allowing traffic to be managed more effectively in the event of incidents or maintenance. In addition to providing a cleaner and more contemporary visual profile, the design offers long-term durability and lower life cycle maintenance costs compared to replicating older structural systems. This new bridge is engineered specifically for modern traffic volumes and freight demands, reflecting lessons learned from decades of congestion and operational strain. One of the most important improvements comes from how traffic will be organized across the two structures. For decades, long-distance interstate traffic and local commuter movements were forced to share the same confined space, creating constant conflict and congestion. Under the new configuration, through traffic traveling along I-71 and I-75 will primarily use the new companion bridge, while the existing Brent Spence Bridge will handle local and regional traffic. This separation restores emergency shoulders, reduces lane weaving, and improves overall traffic predictability. Freight vehicles benefit from smoother flows and fewer delays, while local drivers experience improved safety and reliability. The project demonstrates that solving congestion is not always about adding lanes, but about managing traffic more intelligently. The benefits of the project extend well beyond vehicular movement. New pedestrian and bicycle connections will create safer, more accessible crossings between Cincinnati and northern Kentucky, reconnecting areas long divided by highway infrastructure. By reconfiguring ramps and simplifying interchanges, approximately 11 acres of land are being freed for redevelopment, opening opportunities for housing, commercial activity, and public space near the riverfront. Construction itself serves as a major economic driver, with more than 700 workers expected to be employed at peak activity. Workforce development and training programs ensure that local labor can directly benefit from one of the region's largest infrastructure investments in decades, reinforcing the project's role in shaping not just transportation, but the broader urban environment. After the completion of the design work, the project entered the full construction phase in 2025. Construction sequencing has been carefully planned to keep the existing Brent Spence Bridge open throughout the process, minimizing disruption while the corridor is rebuilt in stages. While the timeline spans several years, the approach reflects the complexity of modernizing a critical interstate link without shutting it down. Progress will be incremental, but each phase moves the region closer to resolving a problem that has persisted for generations. For more than 6 decades, the Brent Spence Bridge has carried far more than it was ever designed to handle, serving as a reminder of how quickly infrastructure can be overtaken by growth. This project does not simply replace an aging structure, it rethinks how one of America's most important freight corridors should function in the modern era. By adding capacity, improving safety, and reconnecting communities, the Brent Spence Bridge Corridor project transforms a chronic bottleneck into a long-term solution. When the new bridge opens, it will not just link Ohio and Kentucky more efficiently, but help keep the movement of people and goods across the United States resilient for decades to come. Thanks for watching USA Mega Projects. We'll see you in the next one.